What's an author platform and why do you need one? Let's talk about why every self-published author needs an author platform. Hi, I'm Puja Mohan. I'm an indie author, aka a self-published author, and welcome to my writing studio. Let me preface this by saying that everything I talk about in this video is based on my knowledge of the industry and my experience so far. There is a lot of information available on the internet, and I urge you to do your own research before you make a decision about what is right for you. Alright then, in my video on breaking down the cost of self-publishing, I mentioned the cost of author platform. And in today's video, I want to talk a little more about it. What is an author platform? Why do you need one? And how to build it? If you see the publishing industry today, you'll see a trend where authors, traditionally published or self-published, are very active on social media platforms. Now, this is not random, but by design. This is how they get their potential readers to engage with them and eventually buy their books. So, the more people know about you, your books, the more books you're likely to sell. Author platform is a broad term. How I understand is having a social media presence. It can be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. A combination of these along with your website. I'll talk more about websites in a minute. Here's where people will connect with you, see glimpses of your writing, your writer's life, and eventually when you have a book, you can sell it to these people who are already interested in you and your work. Do you need a social media platform? No, but you do have a definite advantage if you have one, even if you're still unpublished. Especially today where every business is moving towards a more online presence. Having an author platform will allow you to start marketing and promoting your book, create a buzz and get your readers excited and eventually buy your book. This is especially important for us indie authors because we don't have a huge marketing budget or a traditional publisher backing us. We have to get creative and use the means we have, and social media is one such tool. I wish I had known about this back when I started self-publishing my books, but it's never too late. Whether you are still writing your book or you've already published a few books, start building an author platform. First and foremost, know your target audience, or in our case, target readers. Your book will not appeal to everyone, right? If you're writing a young adult fiction, your target reader is going to be very different from someone who's writing a non-fiction book for corporates. This will help you understand where your target audience is hanging out, whether on TikTok or on LinkedIn. I'm talking more on a broad level. There are a lot of other considerations to take while deciding the social media platform you want to go with. So take some time and think about it. This will help you build your author platform and know where to put your time and energy. Now you may want to experiment with the different types of social media and the types of posts that get you more engagement. So give yourself that time and experiment, make mistakes, and then niche down. I made the mistake of trying to build a social media platform on every possible social media, and that got overwhelming very fast. But because I tried everything, I knew exactly what worked for me and for my audience, what type of social media posts got me more engagement. Another thing to keep in mind is that you'll always have to keep adapting and changing as the social media platforms and their algorithms change. I would suggest pick one to start with, the one with which you're most comfortable with and where your target reader already hangs out, and slowly try out other platforms to see what works for you. There are pros and cons to every social media platform, so you'll have to try a few and see what works. Now that you know where your target readers hangs out, create an account specifically for building an author platform. You may use your private account, but I like to separate the two for privacy reasons, to protect the privacy of my family and friends. If they want to follow me, they can always follow my author account. At the moment in 2020, Instagram is a good place to start. Pick a posting schedule that works for you. There are many people who suggest you to post n number of times a day or a week, but that can get difficult because any time you spend on these platforms is time away from your writing. Plus, most of us have family and work, so it can get difficult to find the time. Now, I'm not perfect at this. I'm still learning and experimenting with the type of posts, when to post it. What I like to do is post a couple of times a week. The idea is to engage and not fill people's feed with bunch of random pictures. I also feel in the long term, algorithms reward consistency over quantity. For example, when I post every day in a week, I get more likes, but when I post once or twice a week, I get more comments. If you don't know what to share, I have a list of post ideas that I use for my Instagram and Facebook. If you need a little bit of help with coming up with ideas, you can download that list. The link is in the description below. Now you have set up your social media, you've started engaging with your target readers. Start inviting them on your website, where you'll share more about you, your writing, your books, and it also has a professional feel to it. All social media platforms are someone else's. So any changes to their algorithms, their terms and conditions, their policies will affect you positively or negatively. For example, Instagram shows your posts to about 10 to 20% of your followers. And of those, only about 10% will engage, that is, like your post or comment on it. So if you do the math, that's a very tiny percentage of people. But your website is yours, and anyone who's coming to your website is already engaged with your content, since they're there because they're interested to find out more about you and your books. So no matter what social media platform you pick, your website should work with it to build your author platform. In my next video, I'll talk in detail about website and what you should have on it. I'll have a professional take a look at my current website and audit it. Tell me what's working, what's not, if it is up to date with the current trends, laws, and all those stuff. So whether you already have a website or you're planning to create one, that video is going to be packed with a lot of valuable information, and you don't want to miss that. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel and your notification bell is turned on to all so that you don't miss it when that video goes up. Now you may think you don't have the time to post on social media or create blog posts for your website. Or you may feel awkward and you don't know what to talk about when you don't have a book. Well, that's the benefit of being a newbie. Your friends and your family are probably going to be the only ones reading your social media posts or your website blogs. So take this time to make mistakes, figure things out, polish your craft so that when your target readers start showing up, you've already worked out the kinks and will have quality content to share with them. If you see my earlier posts on Facebook or Instagram or even on YouTube, if you see my earlier videos, you'll see that I've come a long way. I have made mistakes and learned from them. There is going to be a learning curve and you have to allow some time for that. Use the time you have when you are a beginner. If you have an Instagram account, take a picture of your book or your writing desk and tag me on it. I'd love to check your post out and support you there. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. There are many more videos on various aspects of self-publishing coming your way. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you'd like to help me out, subscribe, like, comment. In the world of YouTube, these things really help out, and I'll be very grateful to you. If you have any specific questions on author platform, let me know and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. This next video is all about websites for authors, what, why, how, or if you'd like to know more about self-publishing, check out this one. And I'll see you there.